This here, this is temporary. This isn't you. You can't identify as someone with anxiety. This is temporary, just like happiness, sadness. It comes, it goes. But what we want to do is we want to have less of it and more of the happiness. Hey there. In this video, I want to talk about anxiety and what you can do to make yourself feel better if you suffer from anxiety. Now, these are just some, and I do mean some of the things that people complain about when they have anxiety. Now, I've been helping people for over a decade getting through anxiety, and as most of you will know, I had very bad anxiety and confidence issues myself a long, long time ago. Never before would I have been able to make all of these kind of things with the videos and the lights and everything, but now it's like second nature, because I did some and more of the things that I'm going to explain in this video. Now, the first thing that people tend to say they have when they have anxiety are these: overthinking and over-worrying. Now, this is like a vicious circle that can go round and round and round in our minds, because anxiety is basically when we're in alert, when we think something's bad's going to happen, but it's actually normally our subconscious mind confusing us that we're in a life and death situation, when in actual fact there's no real danger. We might just be worried about something, or paranoid about something, or something we've said, or something in the future that we're a little bit nervous about. It can come down to uncertainty. And certainty, this is it's a real popular one, to be uncertain about things and therefore to worry about them. Now, a great idea is to write things down that you're thinking about, because when you write them down, you see them differently. When you're thinking about them, you literally go from one thing to the next, then start again. You don't get anywhere because it just goes round and round and round. But when you write them down, you can start to almost treat it like a project and think, okay, so these are the things I'm worried about. Now, these things I can't control, perhaps what's going on the other side of the world, something you saw in the news. These things, you've written them down. These things are, unfortunately, for other people to deal with. These things here, these are things you actually can be in control of to a certain extent, something that perhaps is going on with your family, going on with your job. So what you can do is, you can write down all the outcomes, positive and negative, and then you can write down all the options of what you will do in all of these different circumstances. So now you can actually see you've got a plan. You are ready. You've got it all there on your piece of paper or in your phone, whatever you're using to record this, and you can see that you are ready, and therefore it gives your subconscious mind the opportunity to relax. And then what you can do is you can focus on the solutions, okay? Because when you focus on the solutions, all the problems start to disappear. So this is a wonderful idea. Negative talk, okay? Negative talk is something that happens a lot. Now, with the overthinking, over worrying, what we can find ourselves doing quite a lot is going down a path of just complete negative thoughts and negative talking to ourselves as well. And this is so easy to get lost in. I mean, how many times have you thought about something, then before you know it, you can't even remember what you were thinking about because your mind has gone a million different directions, and you try and trace your thoughts back to where you were so you can get on with whatever it was that you originally wanted to think about. It happens to me all the time. But if it happens in a negative way, if you are going further and further down that path of negativity, it's easy for this to happen. But when you're aware of it, after watching this video perhaps, you'll actually check yourself and realize you're doing it and stop yourself, okay? Because this is all you have to do to teach your subconscious mind that there's a new way that you're going to be thinking. There's a new way that you're going to be directing your thoughts. So you stop yourself. But you don't just stop yourself, because if you stop yourself, you probably just go back to the beginning. So you stop yourself, but you are ready with a list of things that you are happy about. A list of things that make you happy, a list of things that you're thankful for. Gratitude. So you not only stop yourself because you're mindful of your thinking movements, but then you also have something to direct your thoughts into, therefore creating positivity. Now, when you first do this, you may dart back to negativity, but you check it and you do it again and again and again. Okay, it's like training a dog. You just keep doing the same thing over and over again, and then before you know it, it listens to that command. Before you know it, the negative thoughts have gone smaller and smaller and smaller until eventually you've completely got rid of them. Everybody, whether you suffer from anxiety or not, has negative thoughts. So when you have negative thoughts, you can't think, oh, I've got anxiety still. That's not necessarily true. We all have them, but you just want to have them in a normal way so that they're the smallest kind of thoughts that you have. And most of the thoughts you have are positive and happy. So these are really good ideas. Write down the things you're over-worrying and overthinking about. Negative talk and negative thoughts, you can beat them with positivity, literally, but you've got to be ready. Okay, I'm thinking about this, I'm thinking about this, I'm thinking about this. Stop it. Get my list. Okay, I'm going to focus on this, really makes me happy. I'm going to focus on this, puts a smile on my face, and instantly you change your mood. You can also use affirmations. Now, affirmations are a wonderful thing to use because they change your mindset and your belief system in a moment. So if there's something you're struggling with, something you want to do this afternoon or tonight that's a little bit maybe not difficult, but you just don't want to do it for any particular reason, you can actually think about doing it and you can say, I can do this. And shoulders back, chest out, and feel it. I can do this. I actually can do this. Think about it. I can do this. This isn't going to be a problem. Of course I can do this. What's the matter with me? Of course I can do this. I can do this. Obviously, I wouldn't recommend doing this in the middle of the street, but you do it by yourself, and it's self-talk. So you get rid of the negative talk, positive talk. I can do this. I am a good person. I am a positive person. I'm a happy person. Even if you think you're a sad person, this passes. You've got to think about it. I'm a happy person, really. These things, this here, this is temporary. This isn't you. You can't identify as someone with anxiety. This is temporary, just like happiness, sadness. It comes, it goes. But what we want to do is we want to have less of it and more of the happiness. So firstly, get rid of that from your mind. You're not an anxious person. You just have anxiety come and visit you now and again. Maybe you have it visit you too much, but now it's time to beat it with positivity. Get rid of the negative talk by beating it. It's all right for someone to say, oh, just stop thinking about it. You can't just stop thinking about something, but you can start thinking about something else. Therefore, this disappears. Now, next one, lack of confidence and nervousness. When I first spoke in front of lots and lots of people, I couldn't really tell what it was, but you could say it was anxiety, you could say it was nervousness with anxiety, or you could flip it and you could be positive about it, saying, do you know what, it's adrenaline. And that's what I did. It's adrenaline. Forget about that. Forget about this. I'm not nervous. What's the worst that can happen? And these are the questions to ask yourself. What is the worst that can happen? If you're a girl and you want to go and speak to a guy in a bar, what's the worst that can happen? If you're nervous about being rejected or whatever, forget that. It's not like every single person in the world should not reject you. You're going to get rejected by someone, but maybe by loads of people. I have for jobs in the past when I was younger and all sorts of things. But these are things, what's the worst that can happen? You go for a job interview, you don't get the job. Well, maybe there was 25 people going for the job. They've only got one job. 24 people are going to be let down. What's the worst that can happen? You go and get another one. You don't stop. You keep going. And this is what it's all about. You just keep going, because what's the worst that can happen? Confidence. Now, this is a huge thing. I've made videos just about this, and I'll make many more in the future, because confidence, everybody believes that it's a natural ability. It is not a natural ability. It's something that we learn. Sometimes we learn it by accident because of our experiences, the situations we get put in, push us to be a confident person. Therefore, we become a confident person. But we can be confident without these situations. You just need to think, how does a confident person act? All right, and this is the shortcut to it. So if you know someone really confident and you've got something in front of you that you feel, I've not got the confidence to do this, all you have to do is think, how would this person do it? How would this person do it? How would this person stand? How would they talk? How would they approach? How would they shake hands? How would they do whatever it is? And do it. And just do exactly what this person would do. Go and act it out. Act it out in the mirror if you want, just to yourself. Record it on a camera. Watch it back. Think, oh, I was a little bit crouched over. So you stand back. You teach yourself. You watch other people. You learn. And if you want to speak in front of lots of people, speak in front of one person, then two, then three. Speak to your family. Speak to a group of people in the bar, wherever it is, and teach yourself that there's no difference. There's no difference right now, me in this studio with no one else here, or me in this studio with 10,000 people here. There's no difference whatsoever. I'm speaking, nobody else is. And this is what you have to get your head around. You can be confident. You can be confident by faking it till you make it. Now, some people don't agree with that, but they really, really should, because all you have to do is think, how would this person do it? And then you just do it. And then do you know what? You are this person, not the person you're thinking about, but this confident version of yourself. If you can imagine the person that you want to be, if you can write down on a piece of paper the person that you would like to be, if you can picture the person you would like to be, then you are halfway there. Because if you can picture it and imagine it, you can be it 100%. Okay, so this is what you need to start thinking about. Picture how you want to be and think, to be this person, how would I need to act? What would my bedroom look like? Would it be really tidy? What would my kitchen look like? Would it be really tidy? What kind of clothes would I wear? Would they be fitted? Would they be smart? What kind of shoes would I wear? Would they be clean? You know, what kind of hair would I have? How would I look after whatever it is? You just think, how would I have to be this person? And then you make the list and you just tick them all off. And then do you know what? You wake up one day and you are that person. You can be anything you want. So these are some top tips to get through the overthinking, the over-worrying, write things down, negative talk, kill them off with positive talk. In your mind, out loud. This is another thing. Be very careful what you say out loud negatively, all right? Do not speak bad about yourself, ever. Ever, ever, ever. Thinking about it's bad enough, but saying it out loud, it's catastrophic. Do not do it. Just think everything positive. If you're an overthinker, that's not the end of the world. That just means you're more focused on the outcomes of things. That's good. I overthink things. That's fine. Somebody that doesn't think too much, they just pick one option and it's a bad choice. If you're overthinking, you're going to make good choices. So think about these things in a positive way. You care more if you're an overthinker, all right? These are the flip sides of it. So you can do all of these things. Fake it till you make it. Turn this into enthusiasm, excitement, adrenaline, okay? You can do this. We all can. I did. I've got lots of clients, and now people all over the world that are listening to my hypnotherapy audios to help them. But these are things that you can do yourself without my help, without anybody's help. If you are interested in checking out the audios on the website, then click the link below. Go and have a look. There's all sorts of things for anxiety, confidence, for everything. So go and check it out. Thank you so much for watching. As you can tell, I've enjoyed talking about this. I love helping people. And I love talking about these things because if you don't know what to do with these things, now you've listened to this, you've dipped your toe in finding out what to do. And it gives you some hope, because with expectancy and belief, you can really just get to where you want to be and become the confident person that you want to be. You really can. So thank you so much for watching from all of us here at New Mindset Hypnotherapy. I do hope you've enjoyed the video, little talk today. Stay tuned for the next one and have a wonderful day.